Hi again, everybody. Welcome to Blue and Gold Talk. This is a video on this channel that I usually just throw something out there and talk about it, but tonight a little different, guys. A little different, okay? I'm going to give you, I figured this is good for a Blue and Talk video, okay? The 5 yes or no questions. And you could just put 1 yes, 2 no, 3 yes, 4 no, 5 yes, whatever, you know? I'll be checking the notes on this one too. I'm going to give you 5 yes or no questions. And I'm going to see what you guys think of these thoughts, okay? So I'm just going to go into it. Okay, number 1. Will the Sabres move Olofsson this offseason? Do you guys think, not just because maybe you're pissed off at him, okay, and fed up with the slump, do you think we'll really do it? I got to keep my glasses open because I'm not finished. Do you think the Sabres will actually pull the trigger and move this guy? Because look, he had 26 goals. Guys, I don't want to wait till a season where he has 12 and he's completely lost it. Like he has the last, I'll give you, I won't throw it up here on the screen. I'll just read it out to you. I wrote down some numbers here. Okay, the last 27 games, he has 1 even strength goal. Olofsson, and he's a minus 16. The last 27 games. We can't say it's an injury this time, guys. What are we going to say? It's because he's not on the first line? Well, okay. Okay. That means he can't score in any line. You know? So the last 27 games, 1 even strength goal. And talking about Mittelstadt, I'll throw him in this conversation. His last 27 games, 4 goals, 20 assists, 24 points in the last 27 games, and he's a +5. Yeah, I know he's got some time in the first line. I do. But his numbers are impressive. You know, he is, we got to keep Mittelstadt, folks. I really do think that even Charlie might bend on this one. I think we got to keep Mittelstadt another year. I was so fed up with Mittelstadt at one point, and you remember that video, then him, and it seemed like Olofsson, and who else was it? Even Bryson, I think, all got points that night. I was like, okay. Oh, no, it was Okposo, actually. Okposo. But Okposo's like, his career's kind of done. It's different. Okposo's kind of past his prime and everything. And, you know, this is different with Mittelstadt because this is a young, high-end prospect. And just never worked out till the last 27 games. He has 24 points. So, you know, it's something to think about. And he's a +5. So, and he's been part of the solution, really, down this stretch. I'm going to have to do a closer view on Mittelstadt and what's our record on nights he gets a point. You know, I haven't never done a video on Mittelstadt like that. Now he's starting to score enough points. We'll look at it eventually, maybe in the summer, you know? So, yes or no? Do you guys think we move Olofsson? Something to think about. I'm not sure. I couldn't give you yes or no. I just don't know. I don't know if Granato and Adams are the type of guys that if Olofsson went to them and say, just give me 1 more year to prove myself, that they would say no, you know? I don't know. Or have they already talked to him, and this is why we're really not seeing much of him, and they kind of got a feeling that he'd like to be traded, he's going to keep it hush, and they'll just do it in the offseason. That could be happening too. All right, number 2. Will the Sabres bring up Kulich and Savoie as regulars next season? Yes or no? Yes. This one I'm sure yes. I am sure that these 2 will be Buffalo Sabres next year. That one for me is kind of a no-brainer. I think they will be. And I think we're going to be moving out some older guys. I'd be hesitant, and I never thought I'd say this, Girgensons I'd be hesitant to let go of. He's showing a lot of hustle down the stretch. He just looks faster than ever, which is very weird. Very weird. I trust him when he's out there, Girgensons. I do. I know he's not a point getter. I know that. And I realize that these guys have to get priority over Girgensons, without a doubt. No doubt. So don't mix my words. Kulich and Savoie, if it means we have to get rid of Girgensons and Okposo to get these guys on the team, we got to do it. We got to do it. We do. We brought in Greenway. Greenway is is starting to fit in my opinion. He's really starting to fit in. Not just because he's scoring goals. He just seems to be smiling more and laughing with the guys. It's just the feel I get when I watch. So again, Kulich and Savoie, yes or no? Will they be regulars on the team next year? Question number 3. Let's keep this moving. Will the Sabres have a new captain next year? Now that's a touchy one. That's a touchy one. A lot of people get hurt here. Okay, you got, and I get it. You got the folks that, you got Sabres fans that appreciate what players do and how they act in the community and everything. But they put that ahead of what did this player bring to the team on the ice. And for me, it's always, what do they bring on the ice, okay? The community thing, yes, it's important, but yes, all players do it anyway. So please, me, it's what does the player bring on the ice? For me, it's an easy answer. No. Yes, new captain. No, it won't be Okposo. And yes, let him walk. That's just me. And I really liked Okposo at the end of this contract. I'll say that. The last 2 years, I didn't have a hard time looking at him on the ice. I couldn't stand him for years because of what we were paying him and what a horrible contract that was. And but I think we'll have a new captain next year. I believe we will. That's just me, though. I could be wrong because the odds are very good. If they bring Okposo back, of course he's still going to be captain, right? And if he comes back, it better be league minimum. And I just hate giving this guy a roster spot. I just do at this point, Just my gut feel on it is I think we'll have a new captain next year. And who could it be? And for me, it's either Tuck or Darlene. It's one or the other. Or do we split it like we did with Briere and Drury? That really worked well with that team. It's something we can talk about in a later video. I'm good with just one captain, of course. Okay, number 4. Will Devon Levi, folks, record a shutout this season? Yes or no? Yes. I'm going to just say yes, he will. There you go. That's bold, right? I say that Devon Levi, folks, if he gets 2 more starts, let's see if he gets a shutout. Wouldn't that be funny? Now, if I call that one, I know that's a stretch. Don't think I don't know. But I'm going to say yes. I'm going to have a little fun with this. I'll tell you why I think he'll do it if he gets 2 more starts. I think he'll do it because he let in 6 in one game. And I've watched his numbers very closely in college. And when he would let in a bad game, he'd eventually follow it with a shutout, okay? This is the NHL. It might take a few games to follow it with a shutout, but I think he's that awesome that the kid could have his first shutout before the season's out. I do think he's that awesome. Yes, it's a stretch. I do know, okay? I know the odds are like 10% or whatever, but I don't care about the odds. All right, folks, number 5, final question. Will Tage Thompson hit 50 goals? I think all of us would lose our minds if Tage could still get that 50-goal mark. We know he's not playing 100%. I think that's kind of obvious. And he's lost his touch. He has. And it's not because they're covering better. He just seems like his head's not into it because there could be ailments going. We'll find out at the end of the year. Okay? We'll find out at the end of the year if there's something going on. They'll expose it then, Is he playing 100%? I don't think he is. I don't think he is. I think Tage is playing about 80%, 85%. You know what I mean? Just enough that he's just not himself out there. You guys seen when he swung and missed that puck? That's not like him. That's what I look at, signs like that. So will he get 50? You guys tell me. I'm going to, this is a tough one. I said he'd get 50 before the season, right? 52. I got to say yes. We're due. It hasn't happened in 30 years, right? Is it 30 years since it happened? Was that the last year? I believe was 93, right? So, yeah, we're due. We're due. I hope so. I really hope so. If we do miss the playoffs, the next thing, I know some of you guys said the biggest thing after that is getting Ryan Johnson signed. I agree with that. For me, it's Tage getting 50. Then it's getting Ryan Johnson signed because if Ryan Johnson isn't going to sign here, he's just not going to sign here anyway. Tage, this might be we don't know if he's going to have this opportunity again. You never know in sports. You know, you might have a career-ending injury in 2 years, and that's it, was his one chance to get 50. You don't know in sports. So I want Tage to get this. I want him to land this 50 goals going into his contract next year. Just make us great summer. We talk about, like, we got a 50-goal man. You know, that would be special for Sabres fans. I know it. So that's where I stand with that, guys. So anyway, I'll leave it there. I'll see you guys in the post game tomorrow as the boys prepare and get ready for the biggest back-to-back in 10 seasons, at least, probably 12. You know, if we're going to be fair about it, maybe 11. I don't know. But we got a back-to-back here. And they're saying it's unprecedented that the Sabres played 4 games in 5 days in their history. I didn't know that, to tell you the truth. I mean, it's not something you see often. It was the first time in NHL history yesterday, apparently, that all 32 teams played in the same day. It's the first time. So a lot of weird things going on with the league. I'm going to, I'll try to get the video out early, guys. I'm going to get these processed, get them up to you. I got stuff I got to do. See you in the next one, guys. Till then, go boys.